Back, guys. Alright, so I got this, it's like an old closet door or something. It's hollow, but it's 1 inch thick. So I'm thinking if I put it down here, it should coat up the majority of the battery bank, and it does. Here, I'll grab the camera. That kind of worked out awesome. I have another one on standby if I need to, but see, it's got the height that I want. Let me go sit down here for a sec. So looks like I got cleanup to do, but this will kind of sit just like so, and then the batteries will kind of be in front of it right here on the foam. And then the batteries will kind of face this way, this direction. So we'll have like negative poles and then positive poles at the front. And then I'll figure out where exactly I want to mount the bus bars and stuff like that. Because this whole bank is going to be in parallel. So no series. It's going to be completely 12 volt. So basically the batteries will sit side by side with a little bit of wire joining each one, positive to positive, negative to negative, continuing all the way down the line. Now, this guy, let's see if it's not be cooperating for some reason. There we go. And so what I'm going to probably end up doing is adding more foam just to raise the batteries up again. I'm going to cut up this monster chunk here. What I'll do is I'll stick it in here, draw a line of, because I'm gonna use this permanently, this base here, this backboard. So I'm gonna stick the foam in here and then draw a line from where it sticks out the edge here, and I'll cut that, and then hopefully I have enough length where I get all the batteries covered. This one's going to be a little bastard, I can tell right from day one here. And then it looks like my 2x4 moved for whatever reason. Yeah, so something happened there. Anyway, this doesn't go completely around the curve, obviously, but I don't think I'm gonna have a battery that on that kind of an angle. I'll just start where the wall starts here, and same here on this side. I don't know. I haven't tested the conductivity of the mylar. So what I mean by that is, will electricity easily flow through it? I don't want that, because if it strays where I don't want it to go, it could possibly start a fire or electrocute me, or nothing good. But it looks like I got a mess in this corner to clean up. But this is in. I would have liked this to be flush. I don't know what happened there. I'm probably gonna have to redo these screws and make this thing flush. I don't know what the hell happened there, but whatever. And then this side I'm gonna keep open for now, guys, because that way I can look in behind, I can run wires and stuff. The top I'm not too concerned about at this point in time, because, you know, I'm going to be attaching wires and running a lot of wiring in behind the board, hopefully. But for now, I'm going to take that piece of giant thickness of foam board, I'm going to use that up. I'm going to, like I said, I just explained what I'm going to do to cut that. So I'm going to get ahead and go on and do that. Alright guys, I just got finished cutting that thick piece of foam board. I'm gonna bring in each piece here. I think I got about, well, I got 3 pieces, but 2 that are usable. So I'm just gonna bring in one at a time here. I did it outside because it's quite messy with with this foam board material. So what I'm gonna do is go like this. That works out. Then one more strip along there, and then I'm not worried about the corners really. And that should solve that. It's a little ugly, guys, but like I said, I'm using up all my stuff that I have already purchased and left over. So I can actually come back this way a tad, and that'll be about it. So that's decent. So, and it's getting humid outside. Absolutely humid. So this, when the batteries are on here, they should sit about that high, so the contacts are away from back there. That's the whole point. So, you know, it's okay, but not the best. It's heavily insulated now though. Look at the thickness, guys. You got, this has got to be at least 2 inches thick, plus a little bit of this, plus about another inch, or ½ inch. And then the foam underneath here in different spots. So that's not too bad. I wonder if I can turn this around. Maybe look a little better. Not really. But now I'll flip it back over. That way it kind of keeps everything in line. It seems to be held fastened okay. So when a heavy battery sits on this, it shouldn't hurt. The batteries may stick out a little bit, but the majority of the weight will be on here, so that's not a big deal. And so my guess is, guys, if this works out, this isn't really fastened to anything, this back wall. So once the batteries are in, that'll kind of hold that thing put, so I don't have to do much. And then since all the poles of the batteries, there's a pole on either side of the battery, so you got your positive, your negative. I'm going to try to face all the negatives or positives towards this piece of wood. Okay? And then I'll have like a bus bar along here. Maybe. We don't know yet. We'll get, once Stu gets back to me on if that's the better idea to go. And then I'll have maybe a bus bar along the front, along here, for different items as well. Who knows? From the other pole up, obviously, right? And these are going to be sealed AGM batteries. So basically, I won't have to worry about venting them, which is very nice because the last thing I need is more holes in the tiny house. But I will have to drill some more holes in the tiny house because I got to get those flat solar panels glued on onto the roof sometime. I couldn't do it today. I had the thunderstorm this morning, super humid outside, and it looks like it's going to thunderstorm again. We're overdue for rain badly because our grass is just brown, drought conditions, and the tomatoes in the garden though are loving it. They're monsters. We're starting to get some tomatoes already, not ready to eat, but you can see them take shape. But yeah, so a little bit more done on the battery box, guys. I know most of you are cringing at the sight, but I'm using every material that I have left over, hopefully to the full advantage. And then I do have some pieces of plywood. If I want to seal up this end piece here, I can string those up in the top, of course, but not necessary right now. We're still early stages here. And what else? I got 2x4s behind me to use up too, that I can use for something. But this seems to be pretty damn solid. And I can probably mount my MPPT charge controller next. Woo! Now, what I want to do for the MPPT charge controller, guys, I want to mount it fairly close to the battery. So it's going to be like almost here, I'm guessing. Stu will let me know, but you want it fairly close to your batteries because you don't want the wires to be very long that are running into this thing. Though that never happened back at the other part on my other solar panels. I just kind of ran things. But if I mount it about here, guys, what that allows me to do is I can sit down right here and go through and evaluate the MPPT charge controller. So I'm gonna go ahead and mount this thing, and if I gotta move it, we'll move it. So I'm gonna mount this today. So hopefully you guys will be happy with that. I got this nasty spot here in the wood. I wonder if I should mount it over that. Maybe. What do you guys think? Some kind of nasty going on here. So I'm gonna mount that thing. Just for fun. So let me go grab it, and we'll see exactly what kind of hardware I need to get that part done. But the tiny house is fairly comfortable, though I do have the door open, and that's got to be closed very shortly because just letting humidity in. Now that is a beast. I hope the screws hold this thing. You may need washers. That covers up that garbage. You know? Let me investigate. I might need some big screws here. Hold on.